Hello everyone, how you going? And welcome to Americans and Australians Swap Snacks. Now obviously every single person in here is going to have their favourite snack from whatever country you may be from, but let's just see how the Americans and Australians compare.
So today we're going to be swapping some snacks. I brought some Australian snacks.
I'm representing Team American Snacks.
It's like we're kids in grade school where you're like, what'd you bring?
But low-key, I feel like our snacks are better.
Not even a competition.
American Snacks are they're all very salty.
You guys have a lot of snacks.
We do.
We'll see who's better, aka America.
Australia.
USA. USA.
AUS.
Now we're just going to have to completely pick this entire thing apart, and yes, I'm going to be a little bit biased, I can only assume, towards the Australian snacks, but at the same time, there was a little bit of confusion in there from my end. The fact that he said that American snacks are going to be saltier, I would have put it at the other end of the spectrum and would have put it at the sweet end, so maybe they're just overloaded on both regards.
So right here I have Ritz. This is very classic.
These are so good! You're gonna complain about the cheese because it's not like real, probably.
I have shapes. These are so iconic. You put it in a bowl at a party, or you just like sit on your couch and eat them out of the box, really.
It kind of does smell like pizza.
It's very subtle. It's not too in your face.
The biscuit itself is nice, like it's nice and buttery biscuit, but the cheese is like the cheese that you get in a burger at McDonald's.
Look, I would eat this, yes. I just don't understand why it's sweet.
It's not sweet.
It is sweet.
No, it's not.
Sweet! There we go, exactly what I was talking about. That's the end of the spectrum that I thought the American snacks were going to be going because, well, everyone knows that it's kind of the land of sugar and glucose. And so for a biscuit and cheese to be having some sort of sweet flavor, it is completely wrong. That should be savory, not sweet, which then completely messes up his entire statement of, oh yeah, it'll definitely be salty. Meanwhile, I would say that shapes are pretty darn powerful. They might not be on the level of Doritos, but you know, it's flavor you can see, for goodness sake. So you are definitely going to have some level there that is just going to be punching you in the face if you eat too many of them at once. And even though I don't have the honor of being able to taste all these snacks for myself, I think the most concerning thing of them all in this first little clip that we've watched is the fact that the Australian said, yeah, that's sweet, and the American went, what do you mean? It's not sweet at all. I think that says a lot.
No, it's not.
Look, I don't hate it, but I definitely choose shapes.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. Although I do prefer the original Ritz.
I think shapes are definitely better than Ritz crackers.
I think at a party I would grab some shapes.
Oh, shapes again. And I just want to pause it to show you, look, on the box, flavor you can see, even though the chicken crimpies are probably the least flavored you can see ones of the entire lot of them. So really all you're seeing there is, I guess, chicken salt or something along those lines. Either way, shapes are just going to be all of these ones because it's just savory versus sweet.
Premium handy snacks. You're gonna dip your little mini breadstick into the cheese. So have fun.
So even more orange cheese.
Yes.
This is another flavor of shapes, chicken crimpy.
Chicken's actually my favorite food.
That's an interesting favorite food to have.
Really?
Yeah, chicken is like an ingredient.
I'll eat any chicken, yeah.
Okay.
This doesn't taste like chicken. This just tastes like weird salt.
I must leave.
Does not taste like chicken, but I like this better.
Look, I'm really concerned about this texture.
Hey, they look more real than the one before.
If I was a kid, I would love this. Like, if I got this in my lunchbox at school, I'd be really into it.
These are really hard. Like,
Yeah.
chicken crimpy shapes are 110% better than this.
I like this better than pizza one, so this is definitely my favorite so far.
Well, sadly, we didn't get to hear much of the Australians' opinion. They kind of said, yeah, if I was a kid, I'd like it, but I want to hear what about now, because that's the only thing you're able to compare them to, because I can absolutely say the kids munch down on shapes, let alone chicken crimpies probably being the top tier of them all in terms of kids numbers. And so then looking at the consistency of that cheese, I'm kind of concerned that they can even call it cheese, because why is it somehow both liquid and a solid at the same time and also be able to be room temperature? You know, in Australia we have a similar thing, but it doesn't kind of get the folds in the same way that does. They're called the snacks, where we can see that the cheese is just a little bit more solid. You more have to do a bit of a scooping motion in comparison to it just kind of running as you scoop it out and it being able to fold itself. And the scary thing is the American would probably go, wow, what is this amazing cheese? It actually tastes like real cheese. And really, the snack cheese is the least cheesy cheese I've ever had. Don't get me wrong, it's a great snack, but I just don't know how cheese is able to be just out and about at room temperature for extended periods of time. And so I'm actually a little bit disappointed that they didn't bring in the snacks to compare it directly against these, because that's the perfect comparison, but they put shapes against it. Surely there's better comparisons. Oh, here we go.
Here it is, Lunchables. The most basic, the most OG. This is every kid's dream.
I don't know if this is a snack. This is a whole dang meal.
All I have for you is chicken chips, which if you didn't like the crackers, I
You
feel
have a more chicken flavored salty things? Why?
Oh, this is good. Hey, it does taste like chicken.
It's a solid chip. If you're really into chicken flavored ramen, highly recommend.
Is that all we need to hear? I think so. There we go. Moving on. There is no way that a pizza that is going to come out of a box, it's not even a pizza, I guess it's a Lunchable, there is no way that that can win over chicken chips. I mean, to be fair, I'm being a little bit too naive here because I know the cult following that these Lunchables had. I've heard it well before this video and these two just talked about it. And from memory, I think they are always raving reviews, and so it'll be interesting to see what the Australian thinks about this because even country to country palates and people's tastes differ. Obviously, we got the Americans hook, line and sinker with our chicken chips, so we're just going to keep pumping this guy full of chicken because they heard he likes chicken, so we got all the chicken you want. And chicken chips are certainly good, but they are definitely a snack, and she said this is a meal, and I don't know how they're going to make it. Is it a pizza or is it a kind of a fake pizza? Because I imagine they're going to need an oven otherwise.
If you're really into chicken flavored ramen, highly recommend.
Are you meant to eat this cold?
Yeah.
Let me just
Warm it up with your hands.
Yeah.
There's
Oh.
4 pizza version.
Ooh, I feel like a little chef.
The fun is like you can put as much or as little on of whatever ingredient.
This is what I meant by shredded cheese.
Like it truly feels like rubber.
But this is what I like though. Shredded cheese.
I'm ready. Okay.
I noticed that she put more white cheese on than yellow cheese. You were making such a face.
What
Don't
is
hurt
it?
my soul.
This bread is like, I don't know what's happening.
It's like so soft and pillowy and like doughy.
The bread.
It's a raw pizza.
What? Wait, what? I think I just witnessed someone's dreams being shattered as well as a loaf or I don't even know what you'd call it, a piece of bread? I don't even know if you can really call it bread because that snap was like a biscuit. All I am seeing is some kind of tomato sauce with unmelted cheese on top of a apparently soft but actually very brittle piece of bread. How is that ever going to work? I do not understand. Maybe it's just really old?
The bread.
It's so random.
It's a raw pizza. Why would you want that? But I think it would be better to just have a sandwich.
The piece de resistance, Capri Sun. If you're not a sugar lover, watch out.
It's pretty cool. It's like a pouch of
Capri
juice.
Sun. I've had probably like 5 Capri Suns per day when I was young.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
5 Capri Suns per day after she just said that they were full of sugar. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but it still took me back somehow. I do want to come back to the comment where she said it's an uncooked pizza or something like that.
It's a raw pizza.
It's a raw pizza. That basically sums it up. Gordon Ramsay would not be happy with a raw pizza. There are plenty of other words you can put in there and fill in the gaps, but the fact that she said it's a raw pizza and he went, like, how is that going to work? How do you want a raw pizza? I don't understand. And look, this isn't even me bashing cold pizza. I fully get behind the cold pizza movement. Day after the fridge, whatever, just eat it straight away. But for it to be uncooked and to be raw, I don't understand how you're going to be able to eat that. And so I definitely feel as though in terms of everyone giving the raving reviews, no one has had it recently once they've become an adult, and they're all just living off a massive healthy dose of nostalgia.
I kind of like it.
You know what? That'd be a good
is
mixed
it?
drink.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
can see this with vodka.
I don't think they're quite the same, but if we had to compare, I'm gonna go with Lunchable because I love Lunchables.
Oh, this. Yes. Good job, Smiths.
Yeah.
I think I'm also gonna say Lunchables win, just because you get a drink, a dessert, and you get to make your own food. Whereas this is just like you're eating chips.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. That explains where the drink came from. I was going, hang on a second, why have we only got a packet of chips on the left and then we've got apparently a pizza and then a drink has come into the equation as well? But I guess it all comes in the box together perhaps? I mean, at least we did have a 50-50 split, you know. He went, oh yeah, Smith's chicken chips all the way. And she went, yeah, well of course. And then with the Lunchables, it comes back to what we were all talking about before about you're kind of comparing a snack. You're comparing a packet of chips to supposedly a full meal with a drink. I don't know if that's the best comparison. So I guess that is my biggest gripe about everything that we've done so far. Only the first one has been remotely close. After that, we had a perfect comparison you could have done, just completely disregarded it. And then this one is a snack that you put in a bowl compared to something that you're giving to kids apparently at school that you have to build yourself and comes with a drink.
Twizzlers.
Iconic, classic. You get it with your popcorn at the movies.
Well, on the flip side, this is like my favorite lolly that we have in Australia.
These are raspberry flavored, so I feel like raspberry is just that fruit that's like,
It's a little better, yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm a raspberry.
This looks like fake candy. That doesn't look like it should be consumed by a human. This doesn't taste like anything.
They have like the faintest flavor of strawberry, but like, it's just like you're eating like plastic.
I would assume Twizzlers are red flavored.
This
That's not something that you want to hear. I don't want to hear that something is red flavored. I can understand if that's how you're describing, oh, it's like the red flavor, you know, raspberry strawberry mix. But to say that it is just straight up red flavored, that is a little bit scary. Once again, it's saying a lot about the entire American culture and American flavoring system here, I think. And going into this, I would have thought that they would be quite similar. Finally, actually one that would be quite similar, but hopefully they're not quite similar because Frogs Alive Allen's are pretty darn good. And for her to go, oh, that's my favorite, and then to go, no, this tastes like I'm eating plastic and should not be consumed, hopefully it's going to show that one actually knows how to do like a gummy lolly and the other one is just a piece of plastic. Like she said, it looks so fake, but to have that level of shine to it, it just looks like pure plastic from what I'm seeing there.
I would assume Twizzlers are red flavored.
this kind of tastes the same as that one.
That has flavour though. Eat one of those and then tell me that again.
Here we go.
Oh, never mind.
Thank you.
Why is it so hard to chew? You do have to work that hard for every single gummy piece? Oh God, no.
If people like this, you will like this.
No, I would say Twizzlers are better because they don't give you such a tough time.
They taste like nothing, but also you're sitting there and you're like, well,
I think that's what these are too.
what's a little bit more of nothing?
This is a good comparison.
Well, geez, I'm completely stumped with that one because one, it seemed to break off, which is definitely not like the gummy lollies that the Frogs Alive are going to be. And then on one hand, with these two, they said that they taste virtually identical. And on the other one, when they did a back-to-back comparison, they went, oh no, that is not the same at all. And so I feel like I need both of these just to be able to go once and for all, which one is which, what do I think about it? But sadly, I just have to live vicariously through them.
Sour Patch Kids.
My favorite candy. If you don't like this candy, I'm gonna like be very sad.
Oh, they sold it for like $5 in my school, which is ridiculously overpriced. But I still bought it.
These are cherry ripes, which I feel like in Australia is thought of as like the old person's chocolate. Real cherries, dark chocolate, coconut. I feel like you're gonna like this.
I think I will.
Yeah.
This is very glossy packaging.
Which is the best colour?
Mine was yellow.
No, yellow's never the best flavour of anything.
Really? Yellow's always the best
No,
flavor.
because it's lemon.
People love lemon.
Nah, go red.
What?
Ooh, nice breakage.
Look at that.
I can mess with this. This is good stuff.
So is this.
Yeah.
I really like these. They are sour, but in a sweet way.
I see what you mean by like American gummies are like easy to chew.
Right?
Because I could literally just put this in my mouth and swallow and I wouldn't die.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can eat more than one of this. This
Okay.
is really sweet, yeah.
Because normally they come in a bar that's like this big. These are just like the fun size ones.
This big?
Yeah.
Wait a second, there is so much going on right now. Yes, there is a bigger bar that you generally get from a server or something like that. They are the fun size that you would get in a favorites or by themselves like that. I mean, I'm glad that she liked them because even though they are dark chocolate, I've had quite a few in my time and I can say that they're pretty darn decent. They might not be everyone's favorite or they might not be the number one ever, but I don't think I've ever heard of someone going, oh no, cherry ripe, not for me, thanks. But what I'm most interested in is the fact that she said she can swallow the Sour Patch Kids and not feel like she's going to die.
Because I could literally just put this in my mouth and swallow and I wouldn't die.
Yeah.
Like, does she mean it's going to melt in your mouth, or is it just going to go down so easily and not get stuck in your esophagus, or what is going to be going on there? I mean, I don't exactly think this is something I can just pick up on based on her very brief explanation. I think this is something that I would actually have to experience, and like I said, that is pretty difficult when I don't have it right in front of me, but I'm still curious to know what is different. I guess, is it the corn syrup? Because I don't think Australia would really use the corn syrup, whereas I know in America they just love to use it. It goes in so many things as a replacement to, I guess, sugar from sugarcane and things like that. It's just corn syrup all the way. Even in things like Macca's and all these random things that otherwise would generally have sugar, have corn in it. And so maybe that is the main change of this entire ingredients list. And that's right, the other thing that's confusing is the fact that he said cherry ripes were too sweet for him to eat more than one, with a mini one. Meanwhile, he's eating just a massively sugary, corn syrupy, whatever you want to call it, sour lolly. Like, that's absolute pure sugar, surely. And so I don't know if his taste buds are lying to him, if his nostalgia is lying to him, or if there's something lost in translation and I'm just confused or what, but I don't understand how chocolate and lollies are even in the same ballpark of sweetness.
But like now the question is like, which one is better? They're so different. It's like,
They're so different. I almost want to just like call it a draw and be like, they're both real good.
I'm happy to draw this one.
My choice is Sour Patch for sure.
Yeah, I really love these.
Yellow one.
So good.
I'm eating the yellow one.
Well, there we go. I guess I have to concede there. Obviously, everyone agreed that the Sour Patch Kids were better. And like I said, I think that's mainly because Cherry Ripes just are no one's number one. And that's not taking anything away from the Sour Patch Kids. I'm sure that they are fantastic and we got a 4 out of 4. So yes, I'm just going to have to agree with clearly that it's going to be the better of the two here. And so as the list progresses, I'm just kind of giving Lunchables a miss unless the dough is apparently really soft, giving Sour Patch Kids a big tick, hopefully. And then for a strange reason, just to torture myself, I kind of want to try all these different cheeses, like the Dip It cheese, just to see if it's even remotely cheese.
I loved Gushers as a kid. Although, preface, haven't had them in ages. When you really think about what this is, it's weird, but so good.
Fantails is basically just caramel covered in chocolate. The idea is that like each Fantail has movie trivia on the packaging of it.
Okay.
So it's kind of like movies.
Oh.
So popcorn, movies.
How have I never realized that Fantails also means like tales of fans of whatever they're talking about? I mean, I don't know if that is meant to be part of the naming scheme, considering they're kind of fanned out tales is what they're wrapped as, but maybe that is exactly what they are. They're wrapped as a fan tale, but they're also tales from fans. I can't believe I've never thought about that before.
The idea is that like each Fantail has movie trivia on the packaging of it.
Okay.
So it's kind of like movies. So popcorn, movies.
Oh, interesting.
The only thing about these is that they are really hard and chewy.
If you lose a tooth, it's not on me.
That's like a problem. Then you should go back and fix the food.
Well,
No.
enjoy.
Yeah, this is very splashy. Like,
All right,
Yeah.
that's a very interesting way to describe
Yeah.
a snack.
Oh, it's really sticky inside here.
Yes. Sometimes the flavor gushes out a little early.
Okay, well, cheers.
Oh man, this is really hard.
It's stuck to my teeth.
it's good, but it's very hard to eat. It's really hard to eat.
Don't
I'm
eat
worried
it,
for my
though.
teeth right now.
But does it taste good?
It's kind of fake tasting. I think I'd like it as a kid, but I do like the gush. It's not quite a gush, it's more of a squirt.
So I've had like 3 different ones of these and they all just taste the same.
Yeah.
Just an overlying taste of sugar.
Fruit, but this is good.
Wait. Once again, she just proved herself in this entire saga that we've been watching here that one said sugar and one says fruit. That just has to be wrong and scary. So there's something just irky about that, especially considering that she said all of them taste the same and they all taste fake. And so you don't want that out of a fruit. I don't want to be biting into a pear or an apple or a banana and having them all taste the same, let alone the fact that I don't want it to be made of plastic. And look, I'll agree that yes, Fantails, especially if you don't know what you're doing and you're having one for the first time, would be quite difficult to eat, but that's because you're not meant to bite it. That's just you're biting into solid caramel. You have to slowly work at it because you got the chocolate outside, which you get to just enjoy for, I don't know, a minute or two, and then by that time the caramel is heating up, and then over time you just make it more malleable, so then you get to eat it. And look, maybe they aren't there yet because they're definitely saying it's difficult to eat, and it is absolutely going to get stuck in your tooth. I don't know what the gushers are like. They also said that they get stuck in their teeth, but Fantails, I know for a fact, get stuck in your teeth, and I don't know how you get it out really, besides just letting it slowly melt over time and kind of working at it with your tongue for 5 minutes. If it really gets stuck in there, there isn't really any other way to get it out.
But this is good. This is quality. If you like chocolate and you like caramel and you like fun facts about celebrities, it's perfect.
And if you like sugar, then you found your match.
Well, of all of the Australian snacks, my favorite was definitely the pizza shapes. Those are good.
Yeah, the Sour Patch Kids are good, but overall, I feel like Australia definitely has the better snacks. I'm sorry.
I feel like Australian snacks also cater to adults, where versus the American snack that I showed you is just for kids only. Yeah.
Good in different ways.
Definitely. It depends on what you're craving and what your tastes are.
And what your age is.
That's also true. Yeah, but now I honestly have had too much sugar, so I need to have a nap or something.
Well, I couldn't have summed it up better myself. That has definitely been an overarching theme here that I've gone, it seems as though everything is like, oh yeah, I love that when I was a kid. Oh yeah, when I had that when I was a kid. Oh, when I had this when I was a kid. It's like all this nostalgia that is based around these products for the American side, where all the Australians are like, oh yeah, I like that. That is my current favorite thing. So that does get me wondering, what is an adult American snack like? Are there American adult snacks? I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be, especially not in the savory department. I think everything here was sweet. What did we have? Because we had Gushers, Sour Patch Kids, Twizzlers, Lunchables, and then I guess actually that one was kind of sweet as well, so I don't know if that counts, but it's more meant to be savory considering it's bread and cheese. But either way, the overarching thing here, even with the supposedly maybe savory one, that's definitely a kid-orientated snack. And so what are the adults eating? You know, straight out of the gate, Australia gave 2 incredible ones. You got chicken crispies, put them in a bowl, having a party. You got pizza shapes, put them in a bowl, have them at a party. Straight into chicken chips, put them in a bowl, have them at a party. You know, these are adult snacks that kids also enjoy and can have, but they're not directly marketed towards kids. For goodness sake, I don't know a single kid that would be able to answer a Fantails trivia question. Like, all of them are basically from the 70s and whatnot. And so once again, it is a snack slash a treat, whatever you want to call it, that is targeted at adults and kids could also enjoy it instead of the other way around. And so I guess overall, this video did nothing in terms of answering who has the better snacks, because it can't. It's too much personal preference involved in a choice like that, and it's just going to come down to even cultural taste buds. But in saying that, if it did one thing in particular, it absolutely just confirmed the fact to me that American stuff is just so full of sugar, and it is so sugar orientated that they can't even escape it as adults, for goodness sake. I mean, maybe like I said, it's down to the corn additives and substitutes, or maybe it's just down to plain market research. They know what sells, they've changed their recipe to sell in particular countries, and if that means going down the sweet alley in America and the savory alley in Australia, then more power to them. I mean, I would love to try all of these things so I can weigh in and not just go on whatever she said, oh, I can swallow these and not die. Because to be honest, if I'm eating a snack and it's not trying to kill me because it's trying to clog up my arteries, cut my mouth open, or just get stuck in my teeth and give me lockjaw, I don't want to eat it. But anyway, in saying that, I reckon I'm going to call it there. So thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, feel free to do the YouTube algorithm things down below. Also, if this is the first video of mine that you're watching, then make sure to go check out any other ones I've done. Also, make sure to go check out the original video down in the description below, or hey, maybe even just want to consider subscribing so that you don't miss another one of these in the future. But all in all, have a good one and see ya.